known as Bitboy Crypto for $75,000 or more. A lot of you guys are probably very confused like I was, so I'll take you guys through the whole timeline. At some point in 2020, I stumbled across a video that Bitboy Crypto made about a token called PAMP token, where he advertised this token as something that could only go up in price. I left that video thinking, wow, this is really what the newcomers to crypto see, considering he's one of the largest crypto channels. A couple weeks later, it came out that project PAMP apparently rug pulled, leaving the investors with nothing. The token went basically.
Anyway, so of course the big news, everybody, is Bitboy Crypto has decided to sue this guy, whatever his name is. What is his name? Atozy, for basically making a video a few months back saying Bitboy Crypto is a scammer. He's been promoting scams, taking money to promote scams. I've been saying it for the last couple years. I've been saying it for the last 6 months on YouTube. I just don't have, really any views. And Bitboy has now decided to sue this guy. Apparently the whole thing is blown up in his face. CoffeeZilla here, who has, 1.25 million subscribers, did a whole video on the issue. And here's a little bit of it. But basically, Bitboy tries to sue this guy Atozy. The whole crypto community has now come out against Bitboy because the whole crypto community knows what Bitboy Crypto has been up to the last couple years is not good. He led people into the gutter. He took a lot of money to promote these scam projects. We get it. He doesn't do it anymore. Maybe he feels bad about it. I personally think probably the SEC came down on these US-based YouTubers and told them they can't promote these scams anymore. But a lot of people just kind of focus on this PAMP token that Bitboy was promoting. There's a lot more than that, folks. A lot of these videos were taken down. I know somebody personally who bought this coin called Bideo that Bitboy was promoting. I think it's basically worth like zero right now. I'd love to know how much they paid Bitboy to promote it. Maybe nothing. I'm not making any accusations, but I'm sure they paid him something. I think what needs to happen with Bitboy is the only way he would get any credibility with me is if he basically just discloses how much has he made off all these crypto projects that he's promoted over the last 2 years. How much have they paid him? How much has he paid to promote these exchanges like Bybit and the leverage trading? I would bet millions of dollars. I don't know. Not his accountant, but I would guess millions. That's just my personal opinion. That's what he really needs to do, is basically say, hey, look, here's how much I made. I'm sorry, and I'm going to do my best to repay the community. Now, of course, he really doesn't have to do anything. So many other crypto influencers have done the same thing as Bitboy, and they basically just disappeared, or they basically just pretended it didn't happen. The thing with Bitboy is Bitboy wants to change his reputation. It's kind of like if you're a wife beater, you've been arrested for wife beating, everybody knows you're a wife beater, and then you just want to come out and say, I no longer beat my wife. Well, you need to do more than say it. You actually have to prove yourself over the years that you're no longer committing that crime. And I'm not, what Bitboy Crypto probably was not a crime promoting these scam coins because nothing is regulated in crypto. It's basically just a lack of morals and ethics. Like, hey, Bitboy, or hey, whoever, you want to promote this project, it's a piece of shit. We all know it. I'll give you $100,000, promote it. And then once they do the video and promote it, the whole thing dumps and it basically turns into a rug pull. So that's pretty much what's going on. Bitboy Crypto wants to change his reputation. And I think CoffeeZilla says it best, and we'll watch the video. He says the only way you're going to basically change your reputation, Bitboy, is by actually doing good for a couple years, and slowly people will forget about all the old crap that you did, and you'll turn your reputation around. But you can't turn your reputation around by just suing people. It makes you look bad. It makes you look desperate. So here's a little bit from CoffeeZilla here. Actually, I'm not even going to play much of this video. I'll just play a few clips of it because you can kind of get the gist of it.
Bro, a dirtbag, and said you shouldn't listen to his advice. And apparently it was so hurtful, so damaging, that he's now being sued for $75,000 for defamation and emotional distress. Now, I'm obviously covering this lawsuit because I get lawsuit threats a lot, and I always want to know, is it actual defamation, or are you just trying to silence criticism? That's what we're finding out today. The lawsuit we're talking about is between Atozy, which is a commentary channel, and Bitboy, a crypto channel. Now, you might have heard of Bitboy before because we've talked about him in a past video called How Much Does It Cost to Promote a Crypto Scam? In it, we talked about the problem of paid crypto reviews and showed how
Look how much money these guys were taking to promote these scam coins. A dedicated review, $35,000. Just a live stream mention, $20,000. An actual interview. Now the interviews are the most devious because you actually think, wow, I'm watching my favorite YouTuber who would never steer me wrong do this interview with this project. They must really believe in the project. No, they were paid $40,000 to do it. Folks, it doesn't get any more scammy than that. If you follow my videos, I've been talking about this crap for the last 6 months to a year on YouTube. Really, as long as I've been on YouTube, I've been pointing out, avoid these YouTubers. They've led people into the gutter. Not to say they haven't changed their ways. Not to say Bitboy Crypto isn't the best thing since sliced bread right now. I don't even watch the guy anymore. But I can tell you what he did the last couple years. We know he took money to promote these coins. That's not libelous to say because that's what he had it advertised on his Twitter page. This is what how much money he would take to promote these projects. We know a lot of these projects went to zero. Bideo is one, the PAM token. There's so many more you can find on Reddit.
Scammy projects can pay influencers to promote them, sometimes secretly, sometimes it's disclosed. Now, it turns out a month before I made that video, a commentary YouTuber, Atozy, made his own video, this time called This YouTuber Scams His Fans, Bitboy Crypto, which is incidentally the video which he's now being sued for. Now, in this video, admittingly, Atozy was a little bit more colorful than I was, and he calls Bitboy a dirtbag influencer.
Dirtbag influencer, it has also been known for being a shady dirtbag. Bitboy and other dirtbag influencers.
Atozy also says Bitboy can't be trusted with financial advice.
He simply cannot be trusted with financial advice because you don't know if he's trying to enrich you or himself.
Okay, that's such a fair statement, man. He put it 100%. Yeah, Bitboy may be giving you good advice, but he may be just paid off to give you that advice. Like, you have to go into this with an open mind. You have to go into this with a little bit of being skeptical a little bit because this guy has a history of taking money to promote these scam projects. Anyway, that's a little bit of this clip. Something funny towards the end that CoffeeZilla says, let me dig it up.
And I obviously applaud that, but you need to understand you can't fix a bad reputation by suing your way out of it. You just kind of have to do better and hopefully people will eventually notice. But speaking of trying to sue your way out of it, this all reminds me of another situation Bitboy got himself into. This time, he tried to sue Celsius after everyone lost money, and he was going to sue on behalf of everyone. That is until he realized he couldn't because he had actually promoted Celsius and profited from that promotion.
Anyway, Bitboy promoted Celsius for years. He also ended up losing money on Celsius. He tried to sue Celsius. Turned out he couldn't sue Celsius because he was actually taking money from Celsius to promote it. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Again, Bitboy doesn't do the paid promotions anymore. I'm talking about Bitboy from last year and the year before, but he did a lot of damage to the crypto community. Not just Bitboy, a lot of other guys too. And I will give it to Bitboy, he wants to change his reputation. Obviously, Bitboy wants to change his reputation, and that's good. He does because it's and why does he want to change his reputation? Well, it's hurting his viewers. He's not growing subscribers. Now, I'm just a little rinky-dinky guy with a few hundred subscribers, so yeah, I'm a big loser compared to Bitboy, but he's really not growing subscribers as he should because of what he did over the last couple years, and a lot of people just don't listen to him anymore, or he lost credibility. So that's kind of what's going on. But I do sincerely think that Bitboy wants to change his ways, and he wants to basically, you know, be more of a respected person in the crypto space. But like CoffeeZilla said, the only way he's going to be able to do that is to actually like give it a few years and not take the paid promotions, and then just basically build his reputation up. You're not going to be able to just sue people because, you know, they say stuff about you, and everything people are saying is true. I mean, whether the dollar amounts aren't exactly right, who knows? We know he was doing the paid promotion. We know he was promoting the leverage trading exchanges and making money off that. How much money? I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can just throw out a number. I would guess a lot. I would guess millions of dollars over the last couple years, but I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Maybe it was only $10. Maybe it was nothing. But if I had to guess, if you're promoting all these scam projects and you have a list on your Twitter page of how much money you take to promote them, and a lot of them went to zero, and people always forget, you can't forget about the Bybit. Bybit is illegal in the United States, and these US-based YouTubers were promoting the hell out of it. A lot of the US-based YouTubers have stopped promoting Bybit because the SEC is hot on their trail. Eventually, they're going to shut all these guys down promoting Bybit. That's why you see Crypto Banter still promoting Bybit. He's based out of South Africa. You have to be nuts right now to be a US-based YouTuber and promote Bybit. That is a way you can go to jail. Because you're basically promoting a security, you're promoting something that's illegal in the United States. So that's why they don't do the Bybit anymore. I've been saying that for years. Now, maybe Bitboy has another reason. Maybe he just doesn't want to be involved with it anymore. But a lot of US-based YouTubers stopped promoting Bybit because the SEC told them to stop. I'm not saying that's why Bitboy stopped, but that's why a lot of people did stop. It's 100% illegal to promote Bybit in the United States. And if you're making millions of dollars promoting something that's illegal in the United States and you're basically selling to a majority of a US-based audience, what do you think is going to happen to you down the line? You're probably going to wind up getting sued into bankruptcy or end up in jail. So that's what's happening. Now, the kicker is Bitboy has gotten so much flack for this lawsuit. I mean, here's an article on CoinDesk. The whole crypto community has picked this up and turned against Bitboy. Nobody supports the guy anymore. I mean, the whole community is basically like, dude, what are you doing? Like, fuck you. So basically, here's the story on Cointelegraph. Bitboy lost his lawsuit the instant he filed it. You know, people are just like, it's so douchey what he's doing with this lawsuit. A crypto whale donates $100,000 to Bonzi or whatever his name is, fighting Bitboy's lawsuit. Like, anybody Bitboy decides to sue, the community is just going to start like rallying against Bitboy and basically paying for these people's lawsuits. Because look, there's no other way to cut it. You can be a fan of Bitboy. I'll watch his videos. I think Crypto Banter is the biggest scammer on YouTube, far worse than Bitboy. I listen to Crypto Banter every day in my car when I'm driving. I find it to be completely entertaining, but I know it going in. I also bought Kevin Trudeau's Natural Cures book, knowing it was a scam, knowing it was basically like a big shill, and I just enjoyed listening to it because it's just something to listen to. And he's like, wow, these guys are such con men. It's just interesting to listen to in my car. But you have to take it with a grain of salt. So basically, the entire crypto community has come out against Bitboy. Bitboy made a big mistake suing this guy. It just drawed so much unwanted attention. I mean, a couple weeks ago, people were just like, yeah, Bitboy, he's a little bit of a scammer, but whatever, you know, he does the sponsorship videos, but nobody really cared. Now, you just Google Bitboy, it's all about this lawsuit, all about the YouTubers who are coming out to support the guys involved with the lawsuit. You got Cointelegraph coming out with an article. You got other YouTube. You got CoffeeZilla, which is one of the biggest crypto. Well, he's not really a crypto YouTuber. He basically covers scams. You know, 1.25 million subscribers. He's doing a video. So basically, Bitboy has now dropped the lawsuit against CoffeeZilla, or not CoffeeZilla, against this guy. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Ponzi or Donzi or Atozy. So it is now, he got so much flack for it. He had to drop the lawsuit. And then on today's video on Bitboy, he basically does 20 minutes of just talking about why he sued and blah, 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 blah. We're not going to get into it right now. Look, Bitboy, I commend you, because most YouTubers in your situation would have actually gone away. They would have just ignored this. They would just pretend it didn't exist. I do commend you for actually coming out. I do think that you do feel bad for taking the paid promotions over the last couple years. And I think one reason you probably did it was because you didn't have any money. And look, we've all been broke before. And when you're broke, it is tempting to take that free money. And now that you have the money, you feel bad, like saying, oh, should I really have done that? I didn't need to do it in the end. If I had just built my YouTube channel off doing good, honest content, I'd probably be in the same position I am right now financially, but I would also not have that reputation. So basically, that's it, folks. Very interesting stuff going on in crypto. I've been talking about it for the last 6 months. You know, and people are starting to catch on. Like, wow, you have to be very careful about these YouTubers. And I'm not just talking about Bitboy. This other guy, Data Dash, right here, who everybody loves, he was caught a couple years ago. He was caught promoting. I forget the project, but he was caught promoting projects and not disclosing on his channel. They're all fucking scumbags. They're all fucking scumbags, and there's no other way to put it. I don't like any of them. Don't like Bitboy, don't like Data Dash, don't like Crypto Banter. I've been in this space for 4 or 5 years, or 5 years now, and 90% of them are scumbags, but there are a few diamonds in the rough, and I'm going to leave that up to you guys to find them. I've actually done a YouTube channel on who I like and who I don't think is a scammer. But the number one rule, have they ever promoted Bybit? They are a scammer. If they're doing sponsored videos like constantly, like Data Dash is constantly doing sponsorship videos, they're basically bought and paid for by the sponsors. Crypto Banter, all these guys. So be careful out there, folks. You know, people are catching on now, but it's kind of like with penny stocks. It takes a couple years for people to catch on. People are catching on now about all the people promoting the scams and what Bitboy did the last couple years, but it's too late because a lot of people now have already lost a lot of money. Now, Bitboy is coming back saying he's going to donate money to charity, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, Bitboy is not the worst out of all the YouTubers. In fact, Bitboy may, I hate to say it, may be one of the better YouTubers. Out of all the YouTubers who promoted scams over the last couple years or took money to do paid sponsorships, Bitboy may be one of the most noble out of them to actually come out now and say, you know what I did was wrong, blah, 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 and I'm going to try to change my ways. Even though I think a lot of the reason he is changing his ways is because of the SEC, still, he could still be taking the paid promotions. He could still be doing the Bybit if he really wanted to just cash out. He could do something really sleazy, like basically move to South Africa or move to another country and still promote the scams, which he is not doing. So I think he wants to be a respected crypto influencer, and I think that's his goal for the next 2 years going into the next bull market. But Bitboy, if you want to do it, just do it the right way. Put out good content. You're not doing the paid promotions anymore. And remember, you've only not been doing the paid promotions since January, so that's only for a few months. Give it another 6 months to a year, put out good content, and you'll change your reputation for the good. But suing people who make a lot less money than you, and suing people who basically were just trying to warn people. You even know, Bitboy, if you think back in your head, you know promoting those projects weren't good. All that YouTuber was doing was basically saying, hey, watch out for this guy. He takes $40,000 to do paid sponsorships videos. Just what? That's all he was saying. So anyway, interesting times in crypto. I'm glad it's coming out into the limelight. What these YouTubers are up to, and like I said, it's not just Bitboy. There's so many others. I'm not going to get into it. But with Bitboy, he is a U.S.-based YouTuber, so it's more interesting because you know you're dealing with lawsuits and SEC and all that good stuff. So we'll see what happens out of this. But Bitboy has decided to drop the lawsuit. It blew up in his face. And hopefully this was a learning experience to Bitboy and, you know, all the people probably, you know, in his little crew telling him that he should have sued. Anybody could have seen him suing some little guy for basically just, you know, making a YouTube video. Come on, Bitboy. You really think the crypto community is going to rally around you versus just a regular guy making a YouTube video who hasn't been promoting these projects over the last couple of years? Like, who do you think the community is going to basically rally around? Anyway, interesting stuff. Have a good day.